Okay, waiting to see. We are live, but we have to wait to see. That's mediocre, mama. Okay, we're live on Substack.
That we are.
Okay, and we kind of like to wait until we get some viewership, people in the chat before we start. So, how's the weather everywhere? Where are you, Jill?
Michigan.
Michigan.
It was sunny today, but
Yeah.
it's still chilly.
Yeah.
But it did warm up quite a bit. I bet people were out in shorts.
Hi, Sacred.
Shorts.
Sacred's on.
Hold on. My Substack is acting up again. Still live. Hold on. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Hang in there, Sacred. We're getting stuff situated.
Go live with live stream key. Server URL.
Pulling it up. All right. Let me turn my phone notifications off so it's not going crazy. There we go. Let's see.
I've got to go get some hand sanitizer. That thing literally just burst.
Oh, wow. Yeah, go do your thing. We'll be here. Yeah. I was hoping Brad would be here, like around here. He said he'd be here around 6 my time. Hey, Use. Yeah, Miss Use in the house.
It's Use.
How's everyone doing tonight? In the chat, we have Sacred, Miss Use. Kimmy. Hey, Kimmy.
Kimmy.
Yeah, we're just trying to get. Oh, Brad's on. I don't see. There he is.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can hear you fine.
All right. Cool.
I just
All right,
need
hold
to-
on. I
I
got a dip, and then I'm gonna come back out.
We've got a echo going on.
Until you use me up.
How you doing, Brad? There's Jill.
I honestly wasn't sure how I was going to get it off.
I'm gonna learn
Sounds
that
Like
song.
glue.
Yeah, an alcohol-based.
Yeah.
Something.
Where'd
I
you go?
just used a bunch of hand sanitizer.
I was hearing you.
Yeah, you good? Can you hear us, Brad?
Hello?
See, this is the problem.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Can you hear
I
us?
can hear you, but I can't hear anybody else.
Okay, Brad. Oh, here, I'm just gonna kick him out, and he'll figure it out. He's been here before.
Oh, we lost Tig. Where'd Tig go?
Yeah, she's coming back. Can you hear me?
There she is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right. Brad was
Hello?
having audio issues. Yeah, technology is Kimmy. It's like, okay, so right now we're all good. We can all hear each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll wait for Brad to come back. Sorry, I got to move people around. There we go. All right. Once Brad comes back, we'll start the show. What are you snacking on, Ginger? It sounds good.
Can I have some?
I know. I was telling these
Am I
guys.
supposed to be able to see the chat?
No, you're
It
fine.
depends on
You
where
have.
Yeah. It depends on where you're
If you-
streaming to.
Yeah, I'm streaming
To
to Substack.
Substack. How do I?
So if you don't have
get
two
there?
devices, then you won't be able to see it.
Yep. Okay.
Hey,
so-
Jason. Woohoo! Jason
What
in
do
the
I
house.
do to get the Substack?
You just have to, do you have a computer? Or just your phone? Ginger?
I can't hear
Oh, geez.
you again.
Okay, here we go. Hey, Jason knows the technology BS. So I'm gonna kick Ginger, bring Bradley back on.
Mhm. And I am live on
Brad-
Substack, so fix it.
Yeah, Brad.
Hey,
What
Brad.
the hell? Listen to that weird noise. Yeah, hang on, chat. We're still working through some tech stuff. We thought we had it all worked out, but Brad, can you hear me? Yeah, he can't.
Nope.
Juliana. in the
Juliana,
house.
welcome.
You good, Brad? Can you hear us?
Brad's
Jen-
putting on his headphones.
Okay, how do I get to Substack from here?
Well, you have to. Whoa, that's weird.
Ginger, you got to turn off your audio on one of these things as the echo is happening there.
Turn off what?
Okay, turn off the speakers on your turn off the speakers on your phone. So if your audio is coming from your
Oh.
phone, you got to turn that off, otherwise it's gonna echo.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, chat. Yeah, things are a little amiss tonight. Maybe there's like a solar flare or something.
I don't know. It's really just a standard thing. It's like audio echoing and stuff like that. It's yeah. Unless you have like a setup like to actually just plug and play, it's a bit of a calibration thing.
Yep. Hi, Kathy. Welcome.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome.
We're just still trying to get all our
Big again,
ducks in a
that was-
row. Kimmy's cracking up. Darth Vader, is that you? I know that sound was weird. Okay, let's try it again.
It wasn't really a Darth Vader. It was given more of like a slow motion kind of getting hit in the face.
Brad, man.
You see what I mean?
What? You guys sound all
No, that's something on your
voices
end.
are all really deep and slow.
Do you have other audio going? Like,
Wow.
we're just gonna kick him out.
Okay,
Brad,
I'm gonna take these off.
can you hear us?
And
Brad.
Weirdness. Sorry, guys. We usually don't have this many problems.
It's probably because I'm here.
Oh,
No,
no,
Jill,
I doubt
stop
that.
jinxing yourself.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Technology, I'm telling you, technology and me are like.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Brad, how we doing audio? All right, so Brad, can you hear us? Okay.
Is somebody doing that on purpose?
No.
No.
Can you hear us, Brad? No. I might just have to tell him that we got this on our own tonight.
Oh God.
Oh man. Sorry, chat. Oh, Jill just added.
I'm gonna log off and then log back on.
Okay. Well, we can start the show and get Brad in there when he figures everything out. So anyway, chat, thanks for being here. This is MIIND.
I can hear Tig, but I can't hear.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I
Ah,
can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Wait, how did-
Go
Jill,
ahead.
can you hear
say
me?
Something.
I can hear you.
I
Tig,
can't
can you
hear
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Seriously,
Okay.
it's not your thing.
No. Move from stage. We're gonna kick people out. This is crazy. This is like a total bipolar episode. Like, so weird.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we'll wait for Ginger and all right, let's see. Brad,
Yes.
you can hear now.
Yes. You guys, it was all talking. Look.
Oh, I know. We can hear it too. It was so weird.
Thing. Oh my god. Okay, Brad is in here.
All right, we'll wait for Ginger to come back. And then, we're only 11. We're all in good company.
We're all
Miss
good. We're
Houston.
all good.
Yeah.
This is
So strange. Maybe Ginger will come back.
See this thing? It's a microscope. It's a wire microscope.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love those things.
Yeah.
It's like
I-
it's like a colonoscopy device.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's an endoscope. That's an
You can.
endoscope.
I don't think I'll use it for that.
Right?
Yeah, no. That's not a microscope. That's an endoscope. That's but
Endoscope, yeah.
an endoscope.
But then somebody will come in and try to look down their throat. Mm.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you want to see a video of my insides look like? Like, how did you do that? I don't want to see your intestines.
Yeah,
That's not in my
after-
intestines. I put the
after
camera
they
in the
look at
front
the
door,
one
not
in
the
their
back door.
stomach. After they look at the one in their stomach, you show them the one that
Cheesecake
in your
Factory. Sandra, I'm jealous. Oh gosh, this is crazy tonight.
Well,
Okay, you know what?
reminder to everyone: get your colonoscopy. Yes,
If
colorectal
Ginger-
health is very important.
mine's coming up, I think.
Yeah, I
I've
just
had
had one.
because I got new guts. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Brad's
do.
got new guys.
I get them every 3 years. That's what my colonoscopy doctor recommends. So.
Yeah. Also, like fiber is very important. There's a lot of people my age, for some reason, dying of colon cancer these days. That's not a good sign.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Protein
I
is
don't
good.
know.
Fiber is important.
Whoops, I
Ginger-
accidentally pushed the button.
Oh, you're fine.
Now you're
Ginger
good,
has
you're
not come back yet. So let's go ahead and start because we're like almost 15 minutes in. Thanks, chat, for hanging out and laughing at our look. Hey, Nick G, what's up? What's up, Nick? All right. So welcome to Mind Haven. We are a weekly roundtable group, and we've just discussed different topics surrounding mental health. I'm trying to look at chat too. Anyway, tonight's topic is bipolar disorders and mental health. And I'm going to introduce Jill. She goes by the Queen's Addiction on the Substack. Make sure you subscribe to her. We did have another participant, Ginger, but she has not returned, with whom is bipolar as well, bipolar 1. We have Tig as a co-host, and Brad is our sub co-host tonight. He is sitting in for Nero. Nero is feeling a little under the weather tonight. Okay, so with that, we're going to go ahead and do our disclaimer, and we'll get on with the show.
All right. I guess that's my cue.
Yes.
Mind Haven. Mind Haven is a podcast and weekly roundtable discussion that provides a safe space for real mental health conversations by people with lived experience. We are not trained professionals. We discuss our stories and current events to build community and solidarity. If you're not alone, though, if you're in crisis, we highly recommend call text 988. It's in the tagline below. And with that, with further ado, let's get started, shall we?
Yeah. Okay. So, Jill, you're our guest. We can start discussing like your story, how you were diagnosed, and what led up to that.
I actually had to look back and see when I was diagnosed because I don't remember.
Right.
I was out of it. I was 29, and then it probably took me until I was 36 to come to terms. With it. I really was very in denial. I did not want it. I didn't, one of those like, oh, I don't need meds.
Yeah. You're in denial.
Crashing down around me. And then I finally was like, oh, enough. I was just so exhausted, I think. So, and then I started, I'm also a recovering addict. And and it was just slowly through time, and I started taking my meds, and once the things in my brain started getting better, my addiction started getting better, and I went from like pretty much homeless to now I'm going to go to grad school next fall. So
Wow, congratulations.
yeah,
Yay.
I mean, I think bipolar gets such a bad rap in so many
Yeah.
ways, and yeah, it sucks, and it's not good.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of really
No, it's-
smart people
there
hidden
is.
behind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There is, and it's a livable thing. You can
Yeah.
have a productive, good life with it. I think a lot of people think it's a death sentence.
Right.
And
And that's, Jill, that's one of our goals, is to like try and diminish the stigma that surrounds some of these mental health or the disorders,
Mm-hmm.
that,
Yeah.
A lot
we
of it
can.
hasn't been introduced to the population. You have to go through it to know what it's about. It should be.
Yeah.
It should be. Everybody should know what it's about.
Yeah.
Everyone should really have you'd think something as advantageous as the human brain would come in a lot of different flavors and a lot of different shapes and sizes. So it makes sense that you have like you have like bipolar disorder, you have autism, you have like all these different all these different wrinkles that come with it. Because that's just something when you have a complex and advantageous brain that humans do, that just comes with that's just par for the course essentially.
yeah.
There needs to be
Yeah.
a lot more knowledge about this. This needs to be a
And
lot
for
more
so
taught.
long,
Go ahead, Jill.
sorry.
No, you
For
guys-
so long, I wanted to blame it. Like it was a personality issue. Like it was. I was just a bad person. It wasn't, this disorder making me make these decisions, And yeah, we are culpable for our acts, but if my impulse center in my brain shuts down or,
Fires off or whatever.
fires off, and what do you do?
Yeah.
It also
Yeah.
like the stakes of being even classified as like a bad person is way too high.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
then
Yeah.
you're just, you're
there's
just told you're a bad person. And for
Yeah.
so much of my life, I just took that and I said, well, I'm just a bad person.
Yeah.
Might as
That
well
was
go
me.
with it. And it
That was-
just,
And the bipolar is not who you are
No.
Mhm.
at all.
No.
It's a
it's
disease.
a facet of
like
it.
everything
It's-
else.
Yeah.
My sister's has struggled through it her whole life.
Which one, Brad? I didn't realize.
Christine,
Okay. That's interesting. I guess I haven't really talked to her a whole lot to know.
continues to screw up her meds,
Yeah.
and when she does, she puts herself in really bad situations. So I've had talks with her and everything, and about it, and she was kind of lost, like you, not knowing you had bipolar. You're just lost as a person, going, "Who the hell am I?"
Yeah. Yeah. So Jill, after you were diagnosed, you were in denial for however long, several
Yeah.
years. Did they put you on meds right away? Like when you were
Yeah.
first diagnosed?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I didn't take them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're
Or
like,
I-
what? No.
I picked and chose when I took them.
Yeah.
It's like,
You
I'll
know,
take them
which
if I
is a
feel down
great-
again. That's not yeah.
On top of like, I was drinking like a fifth a day.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
bad mix.
Mm,
yeah. Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
I ended up in the hospital multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up in the ICU
Oh,
several
wow.
times.
Wow. Hey,
You
Ginger,
know.
can you hear us all now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, we got it. Ginger,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
we got it out.
Yay.
Worked it out.
Okay, so chat. Sorry, chat. We finally got our other guest on. This is Ginger. Ginger has been diagnosed with bipolar 1, whereas Jill and I are bipolar 2. So it's going to be nice to talk about the differences between the two
There are
and whatnot.
differences.
All right. Ginger, would you like to talk about when and how you were diagnosed?
Well, I
Yes.
had a major psychotic episode when I was 19. Before that, I had no idea. I went into the hospital. They never thought they were going to get me back, my parents and family, friends.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to
I
interrupt,
was
but
in for a
we're
long time.
sorry.
And then
We're
I
just seeing the top of your head.
Yeah. Can you
And
lower
then
that? There
Oh,
we
here
go.
and then
Little more.
I had electroconvulsive therapy. and that's how I got out of it.
Yeah.
That's how I got better.
I've heard good things about that.
And then I met my husband a few years later, and it was struggle though. It was a struggle at that time in my life to get back on my feet
Yeah.
because was in college and then I wasn't in college, and
Right.
I mean it was a mess.
Yeah.
Then I was at a factory job.
How do you, so how, do you still have episodes? Like,
I haven't had a psychotic episode in a long time ago.
uh-huh.
But I was in the hospital I tried to kill myself a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, happy you're still here with us.
Yeah, yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Depression is.
yeah. You know, I've had suicidal ideation pretty much my whole life.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never,
awful.
I've never acted on it, but there were so many times that, you know, the contemplation was there, and you know,
Did you think of how you would do it?
mm-hmm.
It's
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to be. It's hard to be in that spot. Like
You covered
Yes.
it up too, Jen.
Yeah. Yeah. So Brad's known me for like 30 some years. And, you know, a lot of people didn't realize
Mm-mm.
that because I hid my depression really well. And when I'm manic, I'm just happy and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I drank a lot too, you know, I was a happy drunk. I go hang out with friends and whatever.
Yeah.
And like,
they give you
so
energy.
yeah. Yeah. And so it made sense. Look, like I said earlier, when we were chatting before the live, you know, after I was diagnosed and like looking back at everything, I was just like, okay, that now I know why. And I tend to spend a lot of money that I don't have.
Is
Yeah.
that bipolar?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, White. Yeah, Brad. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know what mine is.
Yeah. So yeah, all right, Ginger, and I know we didn't quite hear the rest of Jill's story. I think we kind of drifted
Oh,
off.
I don't. I'm terrible at telling my story.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, I heard
It
you
just takes
on
practice, honestly.
Yeah.
The more you tell it, the easier
Yeah.
it gets.
yeah.
And the more intense it gets, honestly. That's kind of what identity is, the story we tell ourselves to justify our existence in this world.
Mhm.
I
So it
agree, I'm a
matters.
much better writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love I
That's
love
funny.
what
My
you do.
sister's a writer too,
Yeah.
and she can
Hey,
write beautifully.
Ginger, you want to move your camera again? We can only see the top of your head. There we go.
There it is.
All right. So yeah. So Brad, like, since your sister is bipolar, you want to share some of your stories surrounding her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she never had like a lot of friends, you know. She was super nice. She was cute and everything, but she never really gathered friends. She was extraordinarily smart her whole life,
Right.
and she got her thyroids taken out when she was in 10th grade,
Uh-huh.
and it shouldn't have really been done. I mean, there were ways to look at it that could have been better, but that really triggered all her bipolar, and for a while, you know, she didn't diagnose as bipolar, and you know, back then she was just crazy, like crazy.
Or manic depressive.
Awesome,
Yeah.
but she still would write and write, and then sometimes just freak out
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and then her head, everything's like a story. So she'd make these stories in her head
Mm-hmm.
and swear that's the truth,
Right.
and to her it was. And we're
Yeah.
like, and then so she finally got diagnosed with bipolar, and She did really good. She got through college. She's got her PhD
Good.
with it, and she still suffers with it because even though she's got a PhD, she struggles to keep a job
Right.
because
So,
she's not good at her medication and
right.
forgets and forgets and forgets
Yeah.
little things, not big things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Little things
it
kind of
caused her-
snowball, and
it caused her. Oh, it's caught her husband died. He was a Navajo, and
Hmm.
they fought. They had stories, but you couldn't tell what was right, who was right, who was wrong. So I just went, you know,
Yeah.
what else do I do?
Yeah.
But she would put herself in really strange situations. She was in San Francisco one time at night. She decided, like, one in the morning, to take a bus and go cruise through San Francisco.
Yeah.
Well, she said some guy was stalking her and following her all the way through, and calls me on the phone while she's on the bus, saying that a guy's following her. And I'm like, well, go to the police station. Have that bus driver take you by a police station or something.
Right.
We're busy. And she wouldn't make the bus driver stop. So I'm in Utah, she's in California, and I'm like, shit, what do I do?
Right.
But she made it. And there's been a couple situations that's been like that.
Hmm.
And now we all got at the point we know when she's taking her medicine.
Right. So that was a paranoid episode with the
Mhm.
bipolar. Okay.
And then we were in a meeting one time, and she had an editing company, and she was the editor, and she was in a meeting with a training school, and she was going to do the whole training platform for them. And I was doing Photoshop for her, and I wasn't a graphic designer, but I learned Photoshop, like had to immediately. My stuff really sucked, but we're in this meeting, and she has a nightmare thing. She left the room, went and curled up in a corner, and she's just shivering. And she says there's like a big black demonic thing over her, and she couldn't move.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I
Brad,
had to go in the meeting and explain it without saying that. But by the time I got done, she was out, but she got wiped out. She got hives in her throat, and she got hives in her mouth. It was gnarly.
Yeah.
that is something a lot of people don't talk about when like with bipolar 1 or 2, or even like with severe cases of like CPTSD or trauma, how common hallucinations are in those states, in those states of mind. Jill, I know we haven't we're still getting around to your story, I wonder, like, Jill and Ginger, have you guys had experiences with psychosis in the past?
Yes.
Yeah. I've ended up in the hospital multiple times, just out of my mind.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of it will come out as anger. I do struggle with that a lot.
That's the same too. I blow up easily. Well, not easily, but you have to. Like, I am one of the most calm and chill people, right, Brad? And but when it comes down to like really stressful situations, I can't handle them. You know?
Yeah.
Well, you hold it in, and then you hold it in and hold it in, and boom.
Yeah.
Well, and I get
it's kind of
triggered.
thing.
I had a pretty bad abusive relationship back, like, right before I was getting diagnosed, and I think a lot of that I get triggered a lot through that.
Yeah.
And all kinds of layers, it's
right.
Oh yeah, my bipolar ended, like, because I went undiagnosed for so long. My bipolar went untreated. It led me to be in traumatic situations
Mm-hmm.
that I probably normally would not have found myself in.
Right.
So I wasn't like, I didn't have, I toward Marlana, I didn't have any childhood trauma or anything. My trauma happened because of my bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of impacts things, and that kind of adds
And
to the
that
feedback
impacts
loop
things,
because the
and it's so
psychological
layered.
symptoms of trauma and recovering from that, from PTSD.
Yep.
And that's honestly like, it's how hard it is to distinguish what is really truly like legitimate, like biological, biochemical bipolar from just constant trauma that hasn't been processed yet. And that was a fine line that like my therapist, I was grateful was able to see in me, because like I was neurodivergent. I mean, I'm on the autistic spectrum, like with the same kind of autism that Newton had, apparently. the kind of weird one, the weird one that's like that kind of like that gets bored one day and goes into decides like to write a full thesis on the phylogeny of hyenas.
Yeah.
There you go.
that kind of autism. It's a weird one, but even then, it's like with me growing up, that I had a lot of childhood trauma because my biological family, they wanted to fix that autism. Essentially, they saw it as something not something to be proud of, but something to be controlled, because
So much uneducation about it.
Yeah, and it was weird because like you would think that would, like, kind of like genius be encouraged, but no, it wasn't what they wanted. They didn't want me to have the genius. They wanted my brother to have the genius. The genius landed in the wrong body.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a weird one. But even then, like in their attempts to treat or fix that mistake, that error, that layered and trauma, and that kind of manifested in complex PTSD that we know now resembles bipolar 1 very, 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 very closely.
Yeah.
So
ADHD,
Hey, Ginger,
that
Jill?
resembles bipolar. So many,
Yeah.
like, and you're talking about the symptoms, like it's to navigate what symptoms belong to what.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very new, and it's only like in the last 5 years that you have like
Yeah.
individuals like myself, like I'm 25 years old, who survived all of this, advocating on response to other
I'm
autism and
59.
ADHD.
Yeah.
Like how
me too.
damaging this is to
You're
people, whether
59
they need it
too?
or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Please.
All right. So we have 59, 59, 25, 55, and Jill
39.
39.
Haven't made it quite to 40.
Yeah. Well, you
And
know,
my
just wait till
second-
40.
and
You're
my
gonna wake up one day
second
and your
major
back's gonna lock
breakdown.
up.
Knocking on that door.
what's
You
that,
know,
Ginger?
our generation
it's
is a
just-
standout generation because we had to learn analog to digital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still not good at it.
Yeah.
And
Go
we
ahead.
remember really weird pants.
Yeah.
Weird pants. What is it with Gen X and the parachute pants? Explain.
I never had parachute pants.
I didn't do parachute pants.
I may have for a minute in high school, but
Parachute pants and hammer pants. It's like
Yeah.
what?
Oh, hammer pants.
yeah. Go ahead,
I had the
Ginger.
same
You were
thing I'm wearing right now.
I was saying one of my major breakdowns came when I had my second child when I was 35.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I had like exaggerated after
Like
what's it called?
Postpartum.
Postpartum, right?
Yeah.
Combined with like birth
And I was in
trauma,
the
depending on how
hospital
it
for a
lands.
long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
That was
one.
tough on my family.
Yeah.
I'm still seeing your head, Ginger.
There we
There we
go.
go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something a lot of people don't. I mean, okay, this is a little bit going into fun fact historical time for a minute. But historically, did you know Theodore Roosevelt actually had a very severe depression? But the treatment at the time to treat depression was to assign or to encourage the role of masculine and feminine you're supposed to suit at the time. So if you're a man and had severe depression, you were encouraged to go on a hunting trip with the boys, like Theodore Roosevelt had, and then they got better. But if you're a woman with depression, then you're just like, oh, stay in the house, cook, clean, and turn on the windows, don't go outside. And they're scratching their heads, wondering why they're not getting better. It's a weird one because, like, I think a lot of people. I think there's a lot of new recognition for how intense like childbirth is and how intense like
Oh,
starting
no.
a family can be. And I think it's because there's so much, and because like, but for one thing, men can get postpartum depression too. That is true. Men can get it too. And that kind of puts into perspective as to like all this like chaos and relationship and divorce rates that goes on after babies come into this world. You know, I think if we all just like acknowledge like bipolar, like Bradley, what happened with your sister, like bipolar, or even like early onset schizophrenia, or even all of that can be easily triggered. Like the symptoms of that, even if it's the predecessors, if the genetic predecessor is there, it can be easily triggered by a traumatic event or numerous traumatic events. And starting a family can be a tough one with that.
Sure.
It's something to be
Not to mention the
acknowledged for.
hormones and everything going
Yeah.
on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna mention
The
that
brain
too. Like,
chemistry completely
yep,
it
yep.
changes when
It
you
So we
changes.
started with
everything.
Jill. Jill, what did you visualize stuff, or how did you go through your?
I have never had hallucinations, or yeah, any visual stuff.
psychosis. Yeah.
Yeah, my psychosis is more like delusional, like everything's,
Paranoia.
yeah, paranoia. I ended up I ended up at Notre Dame.
Wow.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Once. Like things like that. Like, let's just leave and go out of state.
So when you
Yeah.
when you added to alcohol or
Oh, it's just
anything, it made it way more intense.
Yep.
a million
Way
times
more
worse.
Yep.
A
Hey
million
y'all,
times.
I'm gonna turn off my mic, and I need to go relieve myself real quick.
Okay.
No, bro. No,
Yeah,
bro.
don't forget to turn the mic off.
I'll hold down the fort here. Oh my god, yeah, but even with psychosis, like personally, I've experienced inception before. That's like it's a weird one because like when I know when I'm not doing well, whether like something triggers me and I'm kind of going into like a little bit of a mini spiral, like my sleep is the first thing to go. Insomnia is like the first
Yes.
thing to go. Yeah, but historically, because like I was never like a drinker. Like my therapist cut that. Like nope, not after last time. We're not starting this. You didn't have a problem before. You're not going to start now. But even so, it's like when you're not like when you're like food is not there, sleep is not there. I mean, I've had I was kind of like when I was younger and I kind of kept in my parents' house. I kept me in the basement for a while, and so I had like 3 days of basically just no sleep, straight awake, just pacing back and forth in the basement like a caged fucking tiger.
I
It
stopped
was
taking care of myself.
yeah. You stop
Mhm.
you stop finding reasons to do that. And the moment like you and combined with the sleep, like I have like well, inception aside, but hallucinations have definitely been a thing. Hallucinations have definitely been something I've experienced, and that's something I've kind of really tried to put into my writing. It's great writing material when you're seeing creatures from other dimensions. And when you have that background in biology, you're able to classify it. It's like, how would something like this exist in this real life? And next thing you know, you have a whole 85-part sci-fi horror saga.
Yeah.
It goes to question, like, even if you like it with the parent, even with there's paranoia based or delusion based, or like even if it's more like audio or visual hallucination, like, or even like waking dream sleep, like kind of like dreaming while you're awake, like I technically was. Honestly, it wasn't true psychosis. It was basically just REM. I was REM sleeping while awake, and it was a weird one.
You go so many days without sleep, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, do you take
It
Yeah.
messes anyone up.
take anything to sleep, Jill?
I am on Seroquel. So
Okay.
My sister
it
takes Pramipixol,
I
and
take
without
it for
them,
I take it for my bipolar, but it does help me sleep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big one.
if
I
my
take
sister doesn't
trazodone
have-
to sleep.
because
If I
no
don't take
sleep
it, I'll be up
triggers
for
her.
days. And
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, and it triggers her bad. Like if
Oh
she gets,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take that and I take Trilaptol.
Wow. So yeah, I'm just on
she's just as afraid to leave her Pramipixol as her medication for her bipolar.
Mhm.
I
Sleep.
tried Caplyta and I just didn't have good luck on it.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually
But-
can't take anything anymore because of the regimen I was abused with for so long. Kind of, it should have stopped my kidneys and shut down my heart. That's a whole story, but yeah, that's how bad the abuse was. It really makes you wonder. Like, there's only so many times. Like, the doctor in question should have got his license revoked. Regardless, it's a tough one because if you have a reaction from taking anything now, and your cardiologist is like, yeah, we're not going to do this anymore, because even like as like certain medications like Sapphiros or even Seroquel were introduced back in like 2012, 2013, that were recently just, oh, now we can do this for pediatrics. We're going to put this onto you 3 times a day. Absurd. And it's a tough one because like
Yeah.
I can't
Meds
take
are
anything
tough.
because of it. Yeah, meds are a tough one now because
Meds are
like
Are you
I
on
it would
Sapphiros
be
now?
nice if I could just to manage like episodes every now and then, but I can't. And that kind of brings in a whole can of worms, you know? It's like you really need to find something that works for you. And I think there needs to be a lot more research done onto how these medications affect people long term.
Oh,
I think they're
100%. Yeah, I was
Yes.
just at the doctor and I was asking a neurologist, what are the long-term effects of this? And nothing. No,
Yeah.
they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, half
Yeah.
the like dude, half
So
the
I
medications
was
the
just
patents haven't even
recently,
expired
they
yet.
started me on, like I said, December. Like it's really recent for me, and they started me on lamotrigine and clonidine, and they just upped by lamotrigine by half of the other dose. So that kind of threw my brain into a fog for a while. Well, I also suffer from chronic pain from
yeah.
erosive osteoarthritis, really bad throughout my body, and some nerve damage. So I just started on top of that Lyrica, which helps. It's like in the gabapentin family.
Lyrica is good. I take Lyrica.
Yeah, well, I just started it, so it hasn't built up enough to help with my nerve pain yet. So, but anyway, so I have a cocktail too. You know what I mean?
Meds
Like,
are
Yeah.
well, and that's a thing. Like, how long is it taking you to find the right cocktail?
right.
It's
Like,
not
it
that.
took
It's not
years.
even that. Even once you find the right cocktail, it can work for a little while and then
Not, yeah.
lose its effectiveness, and you
Yeah, it's
end
like
up
you
having
get
to go on something else.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
diagnosed, and then it's like, okay, well, now we can try meds, and then it might take years.
Yeah.
It's not a fix
It's
all.
such a
It's not.
frustrating.
Are
It's very
It's just not a
frustrating.
fix all. It's a
No.
thing to maintenance, and it's a thing to maintain. It's like it's an asset, honestly.
And
with
you
it.
have to
Are any of
you have to
you in-
stick with it.
You have to stick with
Okay.
it, and you have
Yeah.
to stick with it. But also, like, there's a level of like trial and error because this is an
Oh, yeah.
interesting fact. Did you know you have to change your deodorant every 6 months or so? Like, you have to swap out the brand entirely because your skin, the bacteria on your skin will just get used to it and it won't work anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's something dermatologists actually mostly recommend. You have to change your deodorant every 6 months or so.
Weird.
I
I use it
never
all
use it.
natural. Yeah.
I've never used
Huh.
ever. my whole
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, and it's amazing how it's like just Bradley's
I don't
giving
know
us a real
why.
quick smack deck. Yeah,
Right.
but the same thing applies for any other thing you put on or in your body. Honestly, your body will just get used to it.
So
If
I'll
the
ask
deep
all
Well, I've
four.
been on the
I'll ask
same
all
meds for
four of
about
you.
3
You
years
who
now.
is any of you in relationships right now?
Yeah,
Not currently.
I'm married.
Or
Okay.
married?
Jill, are you in a relationship?
No.
Yeah, me either. I just got divorced not that long ago, so that was what triggered everything, really. Like I've
Oh, yeah.
skated through life with, highs and lows, and just thought that was just me. And the divorce is what really triggered everything. Boy, I was whew.
Yeah, and that was possibly two bipolar people.
Yeah,
in one.
or a borderline personality disorder on the other
Right.
one.
I think more borderline probably, huh? But
Yeah.
does that have to do with borderline?
Everyone froze right now, so I don't know if
you kind of
Brad-
go
All right,
through that.
Brad, go
kind
ahead
of
and repeat
situation.
that. Brad, can you repeat
Is-
that?
Yeah. So the personality, what's it called, the disorder, the personality disorder, the
Uh-huh.
Borderline personality
borderline.
Borderline, yeah.
I get
Mhm.
stuck on words. The borderline
Yeah.
personality disorder. That's not that's separate from bipolar,
Yeah,
Yes,
but you
Oh, yeah.
experience the same thing.
but they
Oh,
kind of
very- yeah.
overlap.
Sometimes.
They
they
overlap.
do overlap very much.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there is a lot of like newer thing, like whether like bipolar, whether not even bipolar, but like there's a little bit more introspection into whether borderline personality disorder on its own is the diagnosis that to be had for those collection of symptoms, or whether there is an influx of neurodivergence in there, or whether there is an influx of maybe even
What exactly is neurodivergence?
Oh,
What'd you say, Ginger?
Good question.
yeah, it's a good question. Oh, neurodivergence. Okay, so neurodivergence is you know how there's okay, so evolution from an evolutionary perspective. There, because this is me and my anthropology brain again, but it's like you have the human brain coming in a variety of different shapes and sizes, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So when humans were kind of evolving throughout the last couple million years or so, there was an evolution of human brains for ADHD that kind of was like a sonar way of seeing the world. ADHD people with ADHD were actually really, really good hunters. They could they could input a lot of different information from a wide variety of spaces, from a wide area. They're good with directions. They're good with sensory information, all of that. But you put them in one of like try to do one specific thing that's in front of them and focus on just that, they struggle because their brain is the default is for sonar, is for wide barrage. Autism is very similar in that regard. Not specifically just because of ADHD, but it's similar. It's a similar version of how human brains evolved for different purposes. The same way that like teeth in animals evolve for different shapes and sizes and purposes. It's an interesting thing because we actually are doing. There's a lot more research into how autism evolved, especially not just in terms of development, because it's entirely genetic.
Explanation.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because it also puts in perspective how we've treated people with autism and ADHD in the past, especially when regards to bipolar disorder and how trauma is treated. It's like, oh, why is autism coming up all over the place? Because we're not abandoning them in the forest anymore, and two, we're not institutionalizing them and murdering them anymore. So I think where we are right now, there is this like kind of a backlash, like, oh, this didn't exist when I was younger, but like, no, it did, but they kind of just shoved it in the back and didn't show you anything. I think where we are in terms of because like Sushi got late diagnosed at the age of 51.
The way you described it would be
54, yeah.
Yeah, 54.
When I was young, I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression.
Yeah, we've come a long way since then, and I think
they didn't. Yeah, they had no idea what bipolar was.
They had no idea, and even then, what they thought it was justification for being locked in a psych ward for eternity. That's what my parents tried to do.
Well, none of that happened in the good old
days.
Yeah, it's
like happened in the good old days. The good old days, nobody had anything.
Yeah,
there was no assholes. No.
Right. Oh yeah, the good old days.
The good old days.
Nobody
They
burned
you
the there were no assholes.
No assholes. No premarital sex.
Yeah, and I was
educated.
Yeah. And I was actually diagnosed with major depressive disorder, like, I don't know, 5 years ago or something like that. And, that's the thing, like, I want to like kind of talk about how the difference between like borderline and bipolar. With borderline, I saw that, Kimmy, it's trauma based for sure. And they fluctuate really quick, whereas with bipolar we can go on a depressive side for weeks,
years.
Yes.
Yeah, it also heavily depends on like
it can go on for a long time.
Wow.
Hormones also play an impact, as well as like even like premenopause or all those changes. It's even in men, and like there's a lot of unknown variables with bipolar disorder in men because it was just categorized as being an alcoholic or an asshole. I
went through a period of like 3 or 4 years. I couldn't get off the couch.
Right, I was the same. Yeah, it was bad.
Is there? I know there's bipolar support places you can go, right? Like support groups.
Yeah,
bipolar.
No, not in my town.
Oh yeah, but even
no,
you'd be
not where I
surprised what's
live
out there.
None that I know of.
You can actually, here's something interesting. Even if you're not in crisis, you can call 988 and they can give you referrals for, depending on your state, they can actually give you referrals for various different services and support groups in your area.
Yeah.
I actually got a few links from a few different sources, like meetup.com for like social events in my city. I mean, I'm in New York, so there's a lot
That's
going on
amazing.
there. Yeah, but I just called 988 and they gave me all these referrals and resources and
I need
stuff.
to try that.
Yeah, just give them a call, even if you're not in the middle of something. It's definitely helpful.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh well, and if they do have these groups, they sometimes are secret and stuff. And it's just like we need. I can't emphasize enough how much we need more education out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh man.
We need it to be more well known. We need people to be more aware of it. We need, you know,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I think if they
Yes.
were more aware of it, people would be a lot. They would react a lot different.
Yes, they would.
that's
I
why
mean, how
that's
many
why
people?
Because I could only imagine an episode probably destroys a lot of stuff
Yeah.
when people don't understand.
Right, Brad.
Yeah.
Well, like, Axel estranged from me
Mhm.
for quite a while. And, and I didn't understand why. And I went spiraling downwards like crazy. And that's when I reached out for help. I was just
Mhm.
like, I was
I'm glad you
scared.
did.
Like, I was like, what is going on with my brain?
And it shouldn't have come to that, honestly.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there is this, like, especially in the United States, there's this massive expectation that if once you get to a certain age, you have to keep your shit together 100% of the time, every single time, all the time. You can't break down. And if you
Yeah.
break down, and it's a catastrophe. But it doesn't have to be that way. I think there's such a thing as having like a good breakdown if you need it. Sometimes you need to fall apart. Sometimes you need to let it out and be human for a little bit. Feel
Sure.
what you need to feel, get yourself back on your feet, and then you could go back to killing it 24/7. But you can't kill it 24/7 all the time,
Oh,
There
and
needs
it
to be a
goes into that
balance.
self-care. I think when you have bipolar,
Yeah.
you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You need,
Yeah.
it isn't selfish. You need to make that time, because if you
Right.
don't, you will end up in the hospital. You will end up
Mhm.
in psychosis.
Yeah.
And what good are you to anybody?
Right.
Well, always self before anybody else. 'Cause
Sure.
you're no good to anybody if you don't
Yeah.
take care of yourself.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
Yeah.
I am busy as all get out, but I still, like, I'll make an hour or so every day, every night, and every morning, both, and just so I have that time, because
Right.
it's important to me. It's what gets me calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. And I
for
think there's I think that's honestly why we have discussions of mental health now more than ever. Jill, you're right. It is important that more people are aware of this, because the more we are aware, the more we see that the world we were taught was true is not. And this is what the world looks like, essentially. You have people with bipolar, every neurodivergent. This is what the world looks like. It's messy, but it's
People think
also
it's all new.
beautiful.
You're right.
It's not new. This is just
No.
it's reflecting the way humans have always been.
We are
And I
just
Well,
think
and right now-
getting educated.
Right now, being
Yeah.
bipolar, if you watch a lot of TV, it could be bad.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
On,
Unfortunately, only the bad stuff makes the news.
yeah.
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 You
The political climate right now
Well,
is
and there's
just
a
like,
plenty of it.
You
Oh
don't
my
hear,
gosh.
well, you don't hear about
there's a
the.
lot
It's
of really
overwhelming.
good things. There's a lot of really good things that's going on around that nobody's noticing right now.
Oh,
Right.
for sure.
And that's why support groups are always really good for
Community.
mhm.
Community
Having a
as
community and the support is vital.
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And
I
also
know
like
I don't know where I would have been if I didn't have. I have an awesome community mental health in my town.
Nice.
nice.
They really circled around me and just pulled me out when I couldn't stand on my own feet.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
honestly,
and that-
that's-
Yeah. And that's
Where are you, Jill? Northwest, east, or south?
I'm in southern Michigan.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I
How
was
has it
really
affected
lucky.
your life, Ginger? Like
I'm in Missouri,
Missouri.
Lake of the Ozarks.
oh,
Yeah,
nice.
How's the therapy there?
It's not good.
no.
It's non-existent.
That's too bad.
I
Unfortunately,
didn't.
that's the
I
case
haven't
in most
always lived
areas.
here.
How has that been throughout the years for you?
Well, it's been okay. Since I've had some times when I've been living here that would have been tough, but I did have a couple hospitalizations. I went to stay with my parents. We're still alive. My mom recently died, but
I'm sorry.
that's okay. She I went up to St. Charles, which is a suburb of St. Louis, and went to the hospital there and stayed there for a little while and got better. Came back
That's
down.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty here.
Yeah, I
oh,
bet.
I'll bet.
Just not good hospital. No,
I've
I don't
been-
think there's no psychiatrist here.
Oh, that's too
Mm.
bad. Yeah.
Man,
No.
You know, in Utah, and Brad can attest to this, he's in Colorado now, but Utah is actually the University of Utah is like one of the top hospitals.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
I think, you know, Utah has a lot of really, really good resources for, you know, like the community going to like
mental
different.
health
they do, but
recovery.
they barely stop conversion therapy. So
Yeah, that was a bad
no.
one.
Yeah, I mean, I get like the addiction side of things also with Utah because you have a lot of people defecting from the Mormon side of town.
Yeah.
that
We have
is
a-
necessary,
my
but there's a lot of work that needs to be
girlfriend,
done.
Neil, she's a therapist.
Yeah.
She's a crisis therapist, and she worked in Utah, and that would be a thing. I mean, she'd have a hard time. There were parents that did not want to hear what they didn't want to hear.
Yeah.
They didn't want to go through all these issues when they had their mind made up that the girl's problem were from
Jezebel.
sinful, or
energy.
I don't know what they thought of it, but it was, you know,
Yeah.
if they convert her, if they can convert her back to liking men or whatever, then all her problems would be solved.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
And it sucks because it's still legal in a lot of places, and like there is like so much abuse and proliferation, and even this conversion, not even just the conversion therapy, but there's so much harm that comes from mental health practices that needs to be addressed. I think like even like historically there was a former slave owner during Reconstruction that tried to reframe emancipation as a psychiatric illness to justify slavery. Essentially, it's like, why would anybody want to leave? This is paradise, and that's honestly like so fucked up.
Really?
But it really it's fucked up. But it's also like kind of goes into like this is like why would you want to be independent? You're autistic. You can just stay in the basement and be happy. It's like, why would you want to be independent? It's like oh my god. This is something a lot of people like my age I see like struggling with all the time because I spent the last 7 years fighting like hell for independence and autonomy and be able to live my own life on my terms. And I feel like mentally I feel 45, but even though I look way younger than that, but it's a weird outlier. It's an outlier for sure because like there is a lot of harm that comes from old practices that are not addressed as such, and old assumptions in mental health regarding whether it is bipolar 1 or 2, how those are supposed to be treated, and a disconnect over how much harm is actually being caused or whether how much benefit is actually coming from. And I think that it's important to really just find providers that treat you like a human being first and foremost.
The main difference between bipolar 1 and 2 that I know of personally is you have a lot more, you have shorter spans of hypomania where you'll have up and down in a matter of a day or a week compared to like a longer term drawn out, you're in the bed for weeks or you're in the hospital for longer or whatever.
Yeah, like my episodes are like long range.
Really? That's usually considered bipolar 1.
Well, I think it just depends on individuals. Like we're not all wired the same, right?
No,
So,
everybody's wired differently.
yeah. But yeah. Well, we're getting to the top of the hour. I think this is a really good conversation. I think we got some really good topics out there and discussed the differences and some other disorders. So,
Jill, have you started any clubs or anything?
No, I haven't. I am trying to learn all I can, and through school I get to learn a lot, and I'm involved a lot in the mental health field in that. But
That's good. That's good. There's
as
probably a
opposed to
group
like
in-
outside clubs, no.
Mhm.
Joe, we have to connect. I want to talk to you more. You're just
yeah. Yeah.
And Ginger, why don't you start a practice there in Tennessee?
Missouri.
What?
Start a group there and a practice. And,
Oh yeah,
or even just like a D&D
Yeah,
club,
that's a
honestly.
good idea.
Like a
you know,
low-key
even if you
D&D.
just put a sign in front of your house, that would
yeah.
be better than
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
right.
like the Long Island medium.
Yeah. Yeah. Neighbors that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
The neighborhood guru. Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But even
Well,
so, it's
tell
like,
their future too. Tell their future also.
Fortune teller.
I am sensing you
Yeah,
were in need of a
fortune
shower.
Yeah, that's another thing about bipolar too. Like just like you said, Jill, the self-care, it just goes out the window.
Oh, I know.
At
These are
like
kind of
30,
yeah.
I was 30, like 2 or I don't remember what, my early 30s, and my mom had to sit me down and talk to me about brushing my teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
my sister going through that. I went in her house one time, and there's dog shit all over the floor. I couldn't even see it. It's still like that now. I mean, except for the dog shit, but you still can't
Yeah.
see the cover or the carpet.
Yeah.
It's always a struggle, but then you
It
find
don't
like
change
yeah.
if she changed her medication. If she took her medication regularly, she's brilliant. Amazing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
problem is our brain tells us we don't need it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And
another thing. Like I was told by my own daughter for years, go to therapy. You need a therapist. You need I'm like, no, I'm fine. I don't need to talk to anyone.
Well, a lot of smart ass
And
kids. My kids
yeah,
are-
but anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't until I had that spiral downwards that I reached out and got help, got a psychiatrist and a therapist, So Ginger, do you have anything else to add?
Oh no, thank you.
Okay. What about you? What
You're
about
so
you?
sweet.
Yeah. I love you, Ginger. We'll have to have you back sometime.
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Jill? Do you have anything to add?
No, I'm grateful for the opportunity, for the awareness. To put
Yeah.
that-
Right. And that's the whole goal of Mind Haven, really. Like, we'll have a different topic every week and just talk about, the mental health surrounding each topic.
because
So,
it's one of the most important things that this country could do for itself. We would be out of a lot. We could avoid a lot of stuff if they would practice on mental health.
yeah.
And
Effective mental health.
They put 1/10 of the money into mental health that they put in to making a war machine to keep people out that we go into.
Yeah.
It would be tremendous, but they put no money, right, especially right now, to mental health.
Yeah.
They strip them, and nobody knows what to do with them.
Yeah.
Nobody knows
People
what
are
to
the
do
legal
with anybody, and it's like, okay, well, they figure the rest of it. They didn't. Well, obviously, they haven't figured anything out.
Yeah, it only comes back to like, do you want to make things better or do you want to be right?
Yeah. Do you want to make it better for the people, or do you want to make it better for yourself?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even then, it's not better for themselves
Like,
either because they're all high on this, that, and the
Mental
third. They're
health
all
is
falling
real
apart.
thing.
Yeah.
And
Jill,
They're
you were
doing it
gonna.
better.
Jill was gonna say
spend money on
something.
prisons,
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
Joe,
just
yeah.
saying,
mental health,
our legal system is insanely
yeah,
concentrated
not
with
geared towards
people
mental health.
suffering from mental health.
Yeah, I mean, they'll go out to like a kid, like an autistic kid that's having like a
A meltdown.
crazy
Yeah.
time, and they've been killed because the police officer doesn't know that this
Or
person
just
is.
can't be
Yes,
bothered.
they don't
Yeah.
get enough.
I was thinking when ICE went in, and they just raided that place like
Mhm.
military. I was like, how many people with bipolar disorder or any other kind of disorder is just going to flip out and come out and just spray all these goons down,
Yeah,
and then they spray back. I mean, the mental health condition in a situation like that could be disastrous.
Yeah.
And so,
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
the reason police don't get that, the police, they don't get enough funding
no,
For
they
the
really
don't.
to
training.
get the training they
Yeah.
need.
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
They're
but
Our,
even then, like,
our
there's
actual police
Around here, they're
officers
getting a little
don't
better.
make that much money.
No,
yeah, but
the
even
department
then,
in my
you
city just
Have,
started
like-
having a social worker.
right.
you need to have
Like,
like social
just
workers.
now.
You need to have
Good
like
social workers too, not
Yeah.
biased social
Yeah.
workers. or,
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
not partisan social workers.
Experienced social workers. It's a tough one, but ultimately,
there
it's
to
like,
Social
interact
worker with
when
ethics.
yeah, it all comes back to community. It's like, of course, you
Mhm.
need some people with the muscle. You need muscle, but you also need brains. You need heart. You need tank. You need leadership. You need lancers. You need all of that.
And
You
pay
can't
these
have
people enough to
Yeah.
live in the places that they're practicing at.
Mhm.
exactly just not. It all comes back to encouraging community. When you foster the resources, the assets, connected resources for a community, things get better over
Mhm.
time. It's an ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. You can't just go in there and raid and guns blazing, call it a day. No, that doesn't solve anything. Just like oh, we are a very healthy community. Meanwhile, the bullying is out of control. It's like you have to foster an ecosystem that is inhospitable to cruelty and bigotry, to allow kindness, compassion, and healthy mental health to thrive.
Right.
Yeah, it's like we're on the flip side right now of love, support, and all this good stuff, and we're on the other side of it. It's like if they would just tip it 180
Yeah.
and spend money on the right things,
Yeah.
a lot of things could be solved. But I wouldn't want to run the United States, or I wouldn't want to run the world.
Who would in their right mind move on the king?
I don't even like running my own place, really.
Right.
Yeah.
All by
right.
myself.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
y'all. Well, I think it's time to wrap this up. So, Jill, would you like to shamelessly sell yourself? Because you are a figure on Substack.
I am on Substack, and I love life and mental health. So if you want to tune in,
Yeah, I love a lot of everything you put down. I was just like, wow, like that really relates to me. Like I relate to it really well.
it's taken me a long time to learn how much emotions are involved in bipolar and to start being more aware of mine. And writing has helped so much.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We
That's
need to
awesome.
bring
That's it.
back
I think
Renaissance
that's an
people.
important thing too.
Yeah.
Writing, art, music, science, these are all things we need to
Journaling.
We all need an outlet, a healthy outlet.
Yes.
So, and mine is going up in the mountain and helping people with disabilities enjoy snow sports, you know,
Amazing.
like,
Yours is all kinds of stuff, Jen.
yeah, I do all kinds of
Jen
stuff.
does all kinds of kind stuff.
I'm a busy beaver.
Yes.
Yeah, my thing is the gadgets aside, the not just gadgets, but also the science side of things. I'm with
Yeah.
you guys on the writing, though. We need an actual like plan for when all this collapses. You need to be able to have ideas to replace it. You know, that's what
Yeah.
technology is here for.
Strip it,
Yeah.
with no idea left behind.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, and then Tig, you've got some stuff going on, some projects. Let's go ahead and let you hear
Hello.
about it.
Oh yeah, so Tegology on Substack, on YouTube, and Twitch. Subscribe to all three. I'm getting back into gaming live streams, and kind of every time I do a gaming live stream, I'll just go on a rant and just go time after time, fact after fact, fun facts, and just trying to explore the world around us, the universe, as well as just learning more about everything. Essentially, is my current path is in civil engineering, business logistics, and STEM. So essentially, just learning about the system we have to build a better one for the future. I do have a few of my contacts are in the process of starting a coding program vocational school to replace coding boot camps and basically to keep coding and programming as a trade, because how technology transitions over, you know. But even so, it's that's what I'm honestly here for. See technology, and also if you're looking for having a healthier relationship with content and content online, or having a healthy relationship with media, you can go to the brainfertilizer.net, and it's the wiki I created with a total of 600 plus content creators, all smart people like us in this room, but also musicians, as well as brain breaks, positivity, because there is healthy content out there if you know where to look. But if it's not advertised.
I love that title, brain fertilizer.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
like the antithesis of brain rot. Essentially, it's kind of like
Yeah.
even if you're having a hard time, if you're sick, I can try to be productive anyway. I call it bed fermenting. So
Does it-
like,
Does it bring your brain back from the dead?
yeah. But even
could
then,
use some of
it's
that.
nourishing. You know, it's still kind of stinks, but it's a nourishing kind of stink.
Right.
If that would help me learn a whole song all the way through.
Yeah, there
That'd
actually
be
is some music sources on there. Actually, I'll send you a link.
Nice. And Brad, what about you? Do you want to kind of?
Well, I have I want to get another one going that is mostly based on music,
Mhm.
and I haven't decided the other content, but any content. But for the most, I just like hanging out on this one.
Yeah.
But I'd like a music one. I'm fixing guitars,
Nice.
so
Right on. And of course, y'all know Sushi. That's me. And I am the host. I created this out of need for my own mental health after I was recently diagnosed. So, anyway, I want to thank everyone in the chat.
Thank you.
And thank Jill and Ginger for being here with us. Hope to have you back sometime.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead.
nice to meet you, Ginger.
Yeah.
Jill,
Nice to meet you.
Big, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, man.
And my
We
friend,
can,
I love you like always.
When I end the stream, we can all meet back into the backstage and maybe talk about some future things. So if you
Okay.
want to stick around, we can do that. If you don't want to, you can go ahead and just vanish.
No, yeah.
No,
So,
I didn't mean it in a bad way, but
It's it's too bad you
I
can't
might
make
have
these
to be
bubbles
honest.
like we're in go.
okay, yeah, you're busy, Jill. All right,
Well, I gotta go take my med.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Go
All
take
right.
your
Well,
Yes, that's my assistant. It's like Google working.
okay, we'll skip the backstage for now, but thanks everyone.
Thanks.
All right,
Um,
everyone.
Yeah.
Much love. All right. Have a great night.
I gotta go. Oh, yeah.